my 2018 AMG GTR.
Awesome. So this isn't a stock GTR.
No,
By the way,
not at all.
okay, before I start that, you say it's a GTR. There is base model. So what specifies it as a GTR? Is it more horsepower, more aero, or?
So they make a little more power. The aero, all the aero on it right now is aftermarket. The big difference is the rear track is a couple inches wider on the C and the R.
Okay.
So they're a little fatter than the base and the S model.
Okay, so the hips are much wider.
Right.
Because you're saying these wheels are 13 inches wide, right?
Yes.
So what are the specs on them?
So they're 20 by 13 in the back, and I think 19 by 10 in the front.
Jeez.
Yeah,
brother.
they're big.
They're huge. They look beautiful.
Thanks.
And the color complements the white. And this isn't like a white. It's kind of like an off-white.
Right. It's their I think they call it Designo pearl white, something like that.
Okay.
And so it's kind of that pearly. I think in some lights you see how yellow it really looks, or how almost
Right.
beige it really looks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. It looks beautiful, though. I mean, I was telling you a moment ago, you driving this thing looks incredible.
Thank you.
It has such a presence, the stance on it, the look of it, it's so crazy. Are the canards and everything GTR, or is that aftermarket?
So the canards and the rear sort of flap things back there are off the GTR Pro. So that car has a little bit more aero, and then the front lip is just an aftermarket piece.
So
It comes with pretty much that same thing, just a little bit shorter.
Got it. Okay. So what's all done to it?
So we have the wheels. It's lowered on the stock coilovers, the bit of aero. There's an aftermarket steering wheel, intake, exhaust, PTG Stage 2 tune.
Okay.
I
So
think that might be it.
Okay. How much horsepower you're pushing? Do you know?
I think I haven't dynoed it, but I think the dyno that they have shows it at like 660 plus, right around there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
It's quick.
Do you daily it?
No, not at all. I have a Golf
Smart.
GTI
Okay.
that's my little beater.
That'd be fun.
Oh, it's a
If it is.
blast.
This is sick, though. I
Thank
love
you,
the
man.
GTR badge, too. That's dope. And how long have you had this for?
I bought it last October.
Oh, nice. So not too long.
Yeah,
Almost
not,
a year.
not a year yet, but close.
And then 600 horsepower. Do you think that's enough for this car?
I think it's plenty, yeah. I think the itch is there to, a lot of guys do the bigger turbo setups, but I've heard sort of mixed reviews that this is the really sweet spot of it, and when you start getting a little too quick, it gets not quite as fun for your regular type of driving, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and you want to drive it. Like,
Exactly,
you don't want
yeah.
to, hinder yourself from driving it, so that makes sense.
For me, though, it's plenty.
What made you choose a GTR?
So I've always loved the look. When the GT came out, can't remember what the first year was, 2016, something like that. When those cars came out, I loved the aesthetic of them. When I grew up, my dream car was a Viper, and this to me was always like the German Viper with the super long hood, and you sit in the back. So the look was a major factor, the tunability and aftermarket support. I was really looking for an S, which has a little bit more aftermarket parts and stuff you can get for it, but I fell in love with the R model, and that's what I ended up pulling the trigger on.
And it's awesome. I mean, you're right. It's like the German Viper.
Yeah.
It's long nose, has the engine, and it sounds great.
Oh, it's probably the meanest sounding car I've ever owned.
Yeah, you're good. One more. Yeah, what kind of engine's in it?
It's a 4-liter twin-turbo V8.
Ooh, okay. So, twin turbo V8, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do rollers one of these days.
Dude, absolutely. I'm so down. I
Like
don't
the
have any
sound?
good ones. I don't have any, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. But can you pop the hood if you don't mind?
Yeah,
I want
let's
to see
check
it.
out. That bird
Not gonna lie, I don't know why I thought it was gonna clamshell.
I think the SLS AMG might have that style hood. I could be wrong.
I like this. So,
Thank you.
it has the builder's name in it?
Yeah, so the builder's badge off the original engine cover, and this is
That's
the
cool.
Venturi intake. When I bought it, it came with a different model intake, but it was throwing codes and all sorts of stuff, so I just went with this setup.
So you can hear the turbos pretty good?
You can hear them pretty solid, yeah, and I have a couple of these, I think they call them these bypass valves or street valves, so it kind of sounds like a blow-off valve, just dumping all the air when you let off. Yeah, it sounds mean.
Oh, with a V8, I can't imagine what a turbo car must sound like.
It sounds horribly aggressive, super throaty, but at the same time, you still get all the boosty noises. That makes it great.
That's awesome. I know. I started with a non-turbo car, then I got a turbo car, and then I got a non-turbo car, and then I went back to a turbo car. It's like
flip-flopping.
turbo car is...
It's
you can't
night and
beat the
day.
noise.
Yeah, you can't beat the noise. You can't beat buying a quick tune and making that much more power.
Oh, dude. Turbos make a huge difference. Like,
Yes.
I can't do NAs.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not as fun.
No, I agree.
But anything
Just get to that top end really fast on an NA car.
Oh, yeah. And then turbos, you can downshift and not go super fast, and you just hear the...
everything,
the exhaust. Oh, man, the burbles. And it's just... it's so much more fun. It has a ton more space than I thought it would.
Yeah,
So,
it's big in there.
The turbos are back here?
It's way back there. You kind of see them under this sort of heat shield right there.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah,
hot
the
right
little
now,
turbos.
but you see
Okay.
the turbo right next to each other.
That's interesting. Do you know why they place it like that?
So it's technically a mid-engine car, right? Your motor's all the way back here, so it's sitting behind the front axle.
Oh, so this
So
is
it's
all intake.
not rear, but mid-engine, yeah. Yeah, all intake in the front. It's a giant pit of pretty much nothing up there.
Oh, I didn't know that. So the turbos sit on top of the engine.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's really cool. Anything else you know about the engine? Because I know nothing about these cars.
I didn't know too much going into it. I knew that they made a lot of power. I test drove maybe one before I had bought this one, and it was a pre-facelift S, and that was a ton of fun. But going into the whole thing, I know that, they're great for around the track, which I haven't put it on yet, so I don't, haven't gotten that deep into it, but...
Yeah, I mean, you haven't owned it for even a year yet, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. Are you going to go on the track?
Yeah, that's the plan eventually. I'll do
That'd be
something.
cool.
That's why I kept the stock wheels, so I could swap them out just in case.
Smart. And I bet the coilovers will help too with the stiffness. Like,
Yeah,
you can adjust
absolutely.
it. And we have a lot of track places here in Arizona. What's the exhaust setup? Because it's not stock, is it?
No, it's a catless downpipe with a valved aftermarket. It came with the car, so I'm not exactly sure
okay.
which brand.
Even at idle, it sounds aggressive.
It is super mean, yeah.
We'll get some clips of it, but it sounds beautiful. I love these fins. These fins are sick. They stick out so much.
Yeah, they make it look really aggressive.
They
When
really
you start
do.
looking at the other models, they have a vent there, but it's flat, and I think it takes
really?
away from that big body line.
Interesting. And from this angle, it kind of looks flat until you like turn.
Yeah, and you see how kind of deep it gets.
Right. That's really cool. So you had a story about the wheels. So why did you go BBSs?
So I have an E92 M3 build on pretty much the same spec BBSs, and so my wife and I discussed what the setup would be for this, and I knew it was going to be BBS no matter what, but then we ended up going totally matching sets.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And your wife is into cars?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
big
that's
into
it.
cars. Her M3 is pretty much hers now. She also has a GTI.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And she's got good style too?
Yeah, she
I mean,
supports the
BBSs.
habit for better or worse.
That's awesome. Very cool. And you said you don't really see these on GTRs, right?
No, they don't make they're a weird spec. So there's not a lot of companies, I think, outside of Brixton and HRE that make something already in the spec. So BBS doesn't have anything, so you have to go custom multi-piece.
That makes sense, especially for how aggressive and big these wheels are.
Right.
They're crazy huge. I mean, you can even see it in the front, just how massive the tires are.
They are a fat set. And the fitment is ridiculous with the carbon ceramics. It gets ultra tight. Can't put a finger in there.
Jeez. Yeah, what? A piece of paper, maybe?
Maybe. Stick your finger in there while it's rolling and we'll find out.
Can we see the interior?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. Well, I've seen it because I shot the car before, but it's clean.
Thanks, man. I think since you've seen it, we've just done the steering wheel inside.
Oh, the steering wheel's beautiful.
Thank you.
Carbon. Looks like Alcantara.
Yeah. Yeah,
Super
gloss
cool.
carbon, Alcantara, and then kind of bigger shift paddles.
The seats look comfy.
They are. I think there was two options for this car. There are these, and then they have some, I think, non-adjustable like buckets that are for the track
Ooh.
use, and I've never sat in them, but I hear horror stories about how uncomfortable they are.
I bet.
And already this car is not the most comfortable, especially for long drives. The suspension's really stiff, so if that's a factor for a lot of people, then yeah, it's definitely not a road trip type of car.
For sure. It looks beautiful, though. I love how dark it is in the inside. You get privacy, and it's just clean.
Thank you, dude.
I love it. Is it all metal?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's sick. A lot of these manufacturers like to go plastic, but I know some higher ends like to do the full metal.
Right. Probably one of my biggest buying considerations was that it has a giant hatch. And like I said, I have 2 GTIs, so I'm a big hatchback guy, so the giant hatch is...
Dude, that's huge.
It's massive.
You can fit luggage,
Yeah,
groceries,
anything.
like...
I came from a first-gen Audi R8, which had, the tiny 3x3 frunk in there, so
That's clean.
this makes a massive difference.
Yeah, that's tons of space. That's awesome. So it's usable.
Yeah, very much usable. So as long as you don't mind breaking your back a little bit, it's more than daily.
That's awesome. And all the bits are carbon. It's such a cool car. I feel like you don't see them very often.
Yeah, I
either.
think they're pretty underrated, especially for the price. I think it's a great bang for your buck at its price point, but a lot of guys seem to go with probably the new C8 Vet or something along those lines.
BMW.
Yeah, a lot of the G80s and stuff like that. So,
Roughly how much are these?
so this was specifically 125, I think, is what I paid
It's
for
a
it.
lot of cars for 125.
Exactly.
I feel like.
But then I think a lot of guys also opt for a 911 or something like that. But
True.
for the same price for what you can get out of a 911, I don't think it's quite has the appeal, and it doesn't have the same amount of fun, in my opinion. So
I could see that. V8 twin turbos. Like,
Exactly.
how do you beat that?
yes.
That's crazy. What got you into cars?
Growing up, my older brother was always into them, so it was building engines in the garage with him, and just everything that he had going on. He's 8 years older than me, so he got into cars a lot sooner, and from there it gave me the bug. So
That's awesome. What was your first car?
I had a Mazda RX-8.
Ooh, that's cool. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great car. It kind of freaked me out. I didn't buy it with a lot of miles, but I didn't have the money to do the maintenance on it either. So
Rotary.
yeah, if something were to happen, I was going to be totally screwed.
That's cool. What cars have you owned?
I've had that. I went to a BMW Z4, and after the Z4, I bought the M3 that I still have. Bunch of random Volkswagen daily drivers, the R8, and then this.
Okay, so you like unique cars.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of different stuff.
Niche. Because this is like a Z4, but bigger.
Exactly,
And more powerful.
yeah. Giant go-kart.
Right, yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you doing this, brother.
Dude, absolutely.
But we'll shoot this, and we're good to go, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Appreciate it.